Knitting techniques. The make one toward increase. English style. Left-handed. To download a guide with our 5 favorite tips to improve your knitting right now, visit newstitchaday.com/5knittips. For this tutorial, you'll need the following materials: a pair of knitting needles, and a ball of yarn. A special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Lion's Pride Woolspun, available exclusively at Michael's Craft Stores and lionbrand.com, in the color Taupe. The make one toward increase is a variation of the make one increase. It's a method of shaping your fabric by adding a stitch into your work. And we can see that our stitches have been added right here. And so the fabric is growing in this case. You would do this for something like shaping a hat or a sleeve, or putting darts in a sweater potentially. There's lots of applications. Now this particular increase is ideal when you're moving from a knit stitch to a purl stitch. That's because we want the yarn to be facing us when we're doing a purl stitch, and that's where the yarn ends up when we do the make one towards. The working yarn is facing towards us. But looking at the fabric, would also be a really great stitch for garter stitch. You can see there's almost like a garter stitch sort of row built into the fabric right here. So if you're doing anything with garter stitch that needs shaping, this is a great option. This would also be a great option for transitioning from a cable to reverse stockinette, because you're going from knit stitches to purl stitches. So if you want to create your increases on the side of a cable, this is a great stitch for that. It's not entirely invisible, but it doesn't leave quite as big of gaps as some other yarn or increase techniques do. So let me show you how we do this. So the make one toward is a little bit tricky to perform because we want the working yarn to be facing us when we're finished. So where with a make one away, we turn the yarn so that it's sort of facing us and then goes the other, or this working yarn lays on top. We want to turn it the other direction and all the way around. So we're going to create it so that it is still on top, but the working yarn will be facing the other direction, if you can see that. And then we can place the loop on our main needle, and you'll just want to bring that working yarn around to the front. Now there's a little bit easier method than this that I learned, and we can actually take the working yarn and we just sort of curl our finger in towards us like so, and then we will bring our working needle up through the loop like this and just tighten that down, and that will also put us where we want to be. Let me do that for you again one more time. So we curl our index finger towards us, okay, and then we sort of just bring that loop down. Okay, we don't want to go through it in the same direction that our index finger is. We actually want to come up the other direction with the working needle and then tighten that down. Okay, and we'll bring that around and the yarn will be in front. Alright, and there we go. That's how we make the make one toward.
Hey, I'm Johnny Vasquez, founder of New Stitch a Day and your teacher for this tutorial. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn from us. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, we produce new content every single day, hence New Stitch a Day. You can click the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single stitch. And if you click one of the links to the side here, you can see the previous stitch in our series or the next stitch in our series. And if you click this link, you'll be able to see one of my favorites. And don't forget, you can also download a PDF with the written instructions for this tutorial by clicking or using the URL link that's on the screen. Again, I want to thank you so much for learning with us, and I hope that we've helped make your knitting and crochet skills a little bit better today. Yarn on!